But if you accept that the fundamental problem is there's too much work, then you start to think about it differently. Because if this is the queue and all of this stuff is stacked up, I've got to choose what I'm going to do in that queue. And I want to be very intentional about which of those priorities I tackle. And if I start to think about giving Kathy some work, what I'm really doing is not asking her to do more. I'm just asking her to rearrange her queue. So when you start to think about delegation, there are people who won't delegate because they're afraid. I'm afraid I'm sort of asking Josh to stay late. I'm afraid that I'm telling Jennifer that, you know, she has to do more than she's doing now. Not necessarily. I could give Jennifer something to do, and what I'm really trying to do is get her to put this in the top 5 in her queue. That's all. I'm reordering the stack that she has. And so when my boss gives me something, I'm putting that in the top of my queue someplace. But chances are, if it's in my queue, I may not get to it, and if I give it to Jennifer, she could. And that does mean something at the bottom of her queue probably won't get done because it's being displaced by that. But that's okay. I mean, we're not going to get it all done. We just understand that. So I would suggest to you on page 22 that you have to figure out what are the important things first and what are the strategies that are going to enable me to begin to really tackle those things in a way that I can get more traction. And if you're always preoccupied by the immediate, then you're not going to get more traction.